Hello and greetings from a very busy and slightly noisy Crewe station. Crewe, of course, is in the history of Britain's railways a historic railway town, and I'm here today and tomorrow to do a few things. So Crewe Station has 7 different train operating companies running through it, with around 460 services calling on a typical weekday. Avanti West Coast tops that table with 132 trains, and in 2022-23, 2.9 million customer journeys either started or finished at Crewe. Also based in Crewe are Direct Rail Services, Locomotive Services Limited, Arriva Train Care, as well as the Crewe Heritage Centre. That's where you can see the old APT train up close. But I'm going to go behind the scenes at Basford Hall Yard. That's where Freightliner have a vehicle maintenance facility. And then we'll go on to Crewe Works, where Alstom are currently undertaking the refurbishment of all the bogies on the Avanti fleet of Pendolinos. And this is all to be bookended with a surprise for Pete Waterman, who's also on the tour, who's having a locomotive named after him today, and he has no idea. But we'll start at the Freightliner Depot, where Andy is showing us around.
Crewe VMF is home of the Class 90 maintenance fleet, where we do all the maintenance, and then on top of that we do servicing and maintenance of our 66s up to E exam, which is the 3-yearly maintenance exam, and 70s for light running repairs and fueling and servicing. We've got 5 roads, we've got locos in, we've got 66587 here for maintenance, Class 90 for a bogie overhaul, and several other 90s in here for maintenance, and one for a special occasion. So one is one of our biggest intermodal customers. A couple of years ago we named this locomotive 66587 in honour of that relationship. We named it down at Southampton, and it is the only pink locomotive on the network so far. So this is our workshop at Crewe. In here we do pantograph head overhauls, general mechanical repairs, our sandblasters, welding equipment, press, everything we need to maintain the fleets that we have coming out of here.
Let's have a quick look at a bogie close up.
So you can see the thickness there between that line and there. So that's how much wear you've got in the tread of the wheel, and over time that wears and you reprofile the wheel set, and then eventually it wears out and you need new ones, which is why they've just been replaced, and you can see the dirties behind you.
What of course doesn't come out on video is the smell. The great oil and grease smell. And behind me is, this is it, right? 90041.
Yep.
So this will be the Pete Waterman train tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. Andy.
Yes, Geoff.
Is it possible to go, people love it when we go down in the pit under a train. I've never been below a class 90, so can we go for it all? Can we go like in one end, walk along and pop up the other end?
Absolutely.
Let's do that.
Let's go. Right, so you're starting to be under the Class 90. You've got your draw hooks, your buffers, your lifeguards, most important bit to prevent any derailments of your wheels, your sanders, so your sanding system to prevent for traction and braking. Traction motors, there's 4 traction motors on each, well, there's 1 traction motor on each wheel set. Compressors, air res tanks, this is probably one of the biggest air res tanks you'll see. Right, and we're back through the other end. And then you've got a good shot from the ground or upwards. We've got our 25-ton crane for our heavy maintenance over roads 5 and 4. And then we've got our 1-ton crane over roads 1 to 3 for our level 1 to 4 work, so changing pantographs, taking rad stacks out, etc. We can do that on these 3 roads with our man-safe system, and our 25-ton for our wheel exchanges, taking power packs out, taking roofs off 66s. We can do it all.
Hang on, you said like take a mad stack out? What's
rad
that?
Stack.
What's that?
It's the radiator stack for the cooling of the rear static brakes.
You call it
a rad stack.
A rad stack.
Yeah.
I've learned something new. So with the loco all shiny and clean, it was time to attach the Pete Waterman nameplate to the side.
These are Joe bolts. They have a lot of uses, but one of them is fitting nameplates. It's kind of a special kind of rivet. They're generally 6 mil diameter.
And we've come to the other side because obviously the logo, the nameplate is, I don't want to touch it. It's all shiny and new and clean. I want to like give it like a little tap. but it's right there. And Pete Waterman has no idea, so this will be a surprise to him tomorrow when it's revealed. Just time to ask Andy about different Freightliner liveries as well.
Yes, we've got several liveries. What you see here with 66567 is the old traditional Freightliner green. When we brought in Power Haul, our Class 70s, we went for a more swoosh style, and there's a couple of 66s painted like that. And then since 2016, we've been switching over to the orange with the black stripes across our 90s, 66s fleet as we re-livery them through their painting program.
It's the next day, and we're now at Crewe Works, operated by Alstom, where the bogies from the Pendolino sets are being refurbished. Trains actually come into Longsight train depot up near Manchester, where the bogies are swapped with a previously refurbed set, and then the newly removed bogies are then shipped down here to Crewe. Mark talks us through the process.
So after the bogies are stripped, they will come through a hole in the wall, just over there to the right. All the subcomponents will be built, then they'll be sequenced in. So we've got 115 minutes worth of time to get those bogies finished and completed. So they'll go through bolsters in, onto our manipulators for ergonomics, then it'll go into wheel up and bolster fit, then it'll go into teach tilt and button up. From button up it goes into final inspection, pre-delivery, then we're ready to ship.
Yeah, this work is hugely important for Avanti West Coast. The Pendolinos operate hundreds of thousands of miles every single year, carrying our customers up and down the country. The work that they do at Crewe here is absolutely critical to make sure that their train journeys are safe and reliable every single day. I spend most of my time in the office, so coming to places like this is incredibly exciting. I'm an engineer by trade, so I'm fascinated by all the processes and the work that goes on here. And just coming here helps me crystallise the issues that any issues that they might have, any problems that they overcome. And I'm always astounded every time I visit in terms of how complex and difficult this task could be, but they manage to deliver week by week.
Crewe Works is steeped in history, going right back to when it opened in the 1840s. There's a strong sense of togetherness here amongst the workforce, as generations of the same family have often worked here.
My granddad used to work here, you see, when it used to be British Rail. So growing up, he was always dead big into trains and everything like that. So when I was nearing my time, he saw the apprentices and stuff going at Bombardier at the time, and he was like, go for it, I used to work there. And I applied on the off chance, and yeah, he was made up when I got the job. Still asking about how things are and how it's changed and everything like that.
Does Crewe feel like a family?
Yes, it does, and I think hopefully you can see that, you can get that feeling. I think for me this is about a community. If you think of Crewe as an area, this is about giving back to the town. This is about bringing the youth through. These walls have seen steam engines, but into the 390s. We're modernising this facility. In 2 years' time, we start the Aventra fleets that were sold out of Derby. The pipeline's fantastic for this facility. So this is about bringing youth through, coupling it with the experience that I've got. I can walk out of here a proud man in years to come because we've left a legacy that contributes back to society.
Yeah, I used to be hands-on, I used to get greasy, I used to get filthy, I used to get covered in dirt, like I'd go home and be washing sealant or something out of my hair. But now I'm a team leader, you see, so I run a line a little bit like this with loads of different men and stuff on it, and I make sure that all the bits are there, make sure that the product's built to high quality, make sure it goes out on time, any issues, what I can do to rectify it, all that sort of stuff's what I do now.
Crewe Works is a wonderful place, and I could have stayed longer, but we had to dash over to Crewe Station to the lesser used platform 12, where Pete Waterman was in for a surprise.
I'd like to grab and give it a video. 1346 Northern Service. So will be the 1346 Northern Service to Manchester Piccadilly.
Pete, you had no idea, be honest.
No idea at all. I thought, why are they being so secretive? And I thought, well, don't ask, because I was going to Alstom, and I thought it's all part of the Alstom thing, right?
Yeah. But at Alstom, you even said I've got to go name a loco, but I don't know what it's all about.
Yeah, don't I?
We all knew.
Well, now I know you all knew, because I looked at you all and I thought, not one of you just had an eyelid when I walked out. I'm thinking,
No. Okay. You still got your model railway at home, right?
Yeah.
So does this now mean you've got to get a little miniature version of this loco with your name on it, so you can have it at home?
well, of course I will.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's what you got to.
Of course. We're whizzing around the cathedral like this time next year.
Okay. And I just want to mention the REF, because you're the president. Great charity.
Fantastic. And I mean, it's been...
Give them a plug.
Well, the RAF has been a tough couple of years, but we had a good year this year. Lots of demand, so keep supporting it. We need your help, thank you. And this is such an honour. Still can't believe I got my name on the loco after 75 years. It's too much, really.
Pete, thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you again. See you again. And so my thanks to everyone at Freightliner and for looking around the depot there, and to Avanti and Alstom this morning for looking at Crewe Works, and of course to Pete Waterman with the locomotive now named after him. Thanks a lot. Press subscribe. Thanks for watching.